Hello dear students, welcome to Computer Science Department. So in the last class we have started the chapter number 4, that is software concept. In that we are discussing the programming languages. Yes, in this chapter we are discussing programming languages. In that we are discussing there are two types of programming languages, that is low level language and high level language. Yes, so we are discussing low level language. In that the first example, machine level language, we already discussed. So in machine level language we are writing instructions using 0 and 1s. With the help of 0 and 1 we are writing the instruction. The instruction format is a 12 bits. The first 4 bits opcode and the remaining 8 bits is a operation. Next address. Yes, the first 4 bits, what it says, the operation, what operation you have to be done, and the remaining 8 bits say the location or the address. Now we are going for the next example for low level language is assembly language or assembly level language. Both are same, assembly level language or assembly language. So this is one more example for low level language. What do you mean by low level language? The language, the computer which easily understood. The language which can be easily understood by computer, those are comes under low level language. The examples are machine level language and assembly language. In the last class we have discussed machine level language. Now we are discussing assembly language. So what is this assembly language? So it is a low level language only. I already told. It is the example for low level. So it is a low level language in which in this mnemonics are used. So here there is one term called mnemonics. Yes, mnemonics. So mnemonics is nothing but symbols normally. Mnemonics nothing but symbols. Is it clear? So in this, so assembly level language means what? It is a low level language. In this we are using mnemonics or symbols for what purpose? To code operation. What operation you have to be done? To represent that we are using some symbols. Those symbols we call it as mnemonics. Yes, so in this language we are using some symbols. For what purpose? Is used to code operation. Mean ಯಾವ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಆ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೋಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. In machine level language, to represent operation we are writing like this. Some code, some alpha, some symbols, 4-digit symbols we are written. Yes, in machine level language. So instead of writing 0 and 1s, what they start using? Some symbols they started using in this language. In which language? Assembly level language. To represent code operation. And what they started using? Alphanumeric symbols. Alphanumeric symbol. What is this alphanumeric symbol? Alpha means alphabets. Numeric means number. Alphanumeric means both alphabets as well as numbers. Alphabets means A, B, C, D up to Z. Numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. Alphanumeric means it both alphabets as well as numbers. Yes, we are using alphabets as in numbers or symbols used for address here. Is it clear? Just I will compare with previous one. Previous one means machine level language. In that I written 8 and 4, total 12 bits I written. Yes, assume that this is 4 bit and remaining 8 bit here I written. This 4 bit what they indicates? What operation you are doing. How we are writing? Write 0 and 1s only. In machine level language I am telling machine level language. And here also we are writing using some symbols on 0 and 1s only. What this represent? The address. In similar way, in this language, instead of writing 0 and 1, they started some symbols here. What those symbol we'll discuss later. They used symbol to represent the operation. Similarly, to represent the address, they used some alphabets as well as numbers. That is, alphanumeric symbols are used for address. Is it clear? When compared to machine level language and assembly level language, both are two parts. The first part says operation, what operation you have to done. Second part, what it says, where it should be done, the address. But in machine level language, all instructions are using 0 and 1 also only. But here, instead of using 0 and 1s, what they started using, some symbols. That symbols we normally call the mnemonics. Mnemonics used to represent operation code, and to represent address, they started using some alphabets as well as numbers. So that is the word it says. It is basically a low-level language in which mnemonics are used to code operation, to indicate operation. Mnemonics they use, and for address, what they use, alphanumeric symbols are used. Is it clear? For example, how the instruction looks like? See here. Here I have written add B. Add B means what here? Add is an operation. B is the location where it should be. Is it clear? Similarly, strc. So str is nothing but store. To store, the operation is store. For that we are using some symbol str. Where it should be stored? In C location. So this is operation. This is the location. Similar to here. In machine level language, instead of writing str, I written 1010 like this. Instead of C, 1010 like this. But in assembly level language, we are not using 0 and 1s to write the instructions. Instead of 0 and 1, we are using some symbol. So these are nothing but mnemonics. Add, str, here one more, prt, hlt. These are nothing but symbols. Here we called it as mnemonics. Here what we called it as mnemonics. And this B, A, C, these are nothing but alphanumeric symbols. Here only I have taken alphabet. Similarly, we can use numbers also. So this is how we are writing the instruction in assembly level language. Is it clear? Machine level language, how we are written? Using 0 and 1s. But in assembly level language, how we started writing? Like this. Add B, print A, copy, like this. Some symbols they are using. Then we are discussing what are the advantage of using this one. So remember, earlier was machine level language. So there are so many drawbacks of using machine level language. The first drawback is it is very difficult to understand, and it's very difficult to remember also. That's why we shifted to another programming language, assembly level language. In this language, using this language, again there are some advantages as well as disadvantages. What are those advantages? So easy to understand. So compared to machine level language, if you write like this, we can easily understand. In machine level language, only 101000 like this. Only numbers 0 and 1. We cannot understand it. ಅದೇನು ಬರ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But here we can easily understand. For example, add B means some addition operation. Similarly, sub C, there is subtraction. Here str means store. Means the user can easily understand. Similarly, easy to remember. If you write using 0 and 1s, 12 bits, it's very difficult to remember. ಆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್, it is highly impossible to remember. But you can remember this easily. The user, you can remember easily. That's why easy to remember. Is it clear? The first one, easy to understand and easy to remember, and third one, easy to modify. Easy to modify means, suppose I written something, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ changes ಆಗಬೇಕು, so we can easily change. But in machine level language, it is very difficult. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, because all looks like same. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Which statement, what meaning, the user didn't understand. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. But here the user can easily understand and he can easily modify the programs. Modify means they can change according to their requirements. Is it clear? So this is some advantages of using assembly level language. So advantages, the next is disadvantages. Then what are the disadvantages? Again, it has some disadvantage. So by seeing this, you can guess what is the disadvantage. We know that. So what happens here? Assume that I know English, you don't know the English. ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್. ಹೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ ನನ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟರ್ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟರ್. ಅವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then you can understand. You are replying. Our reply he takes that, again he converted and translated into my language. Like this. Similar way, we return instruction like this. Add B, strc, prt. Like this you are written. But whether computer understand this? No. Computer ಗೆ ಇದು ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. They don't know this. Add, B, A, halt, str. They don't know. They understand only 0 and 1. They understand only machine level language. 0 and 1. Only that much. But you return like this. Add, B, prt, A, strc. Like this you return. Computer didn't understand. Then what is the problem? So this is the disadvantage. So if you want to type this, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we want translator. So that is the disadvantage here. Computer did not understand this assembly level language. So what we need? We need one translator. We require one translator. They can translate from assembly level language to machine level language, because computer understands only machine level language. We return in assembly level language. So assembly to machine level ಗೆ translate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we want something that is nothing but translator. So that is the disadvantage. Means we require translator. But in machine level language we don't want any translator, because we are written using 0 and 1s. Computer understands only 0 and 1s, so directly executed. But here we return like this. Add, B, ABC, some symbols we are using. Computer don't know these symbols, so we require translator. That is the disadvantage. And the second one is, it is also machine dependent. It is also machine dependent. Machine dependent means, if you written some code in one system, if you copy the same code in some other system, it will not work properly. You have to again change. ಅದನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಮಷೀನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ಆ ಮಷೀನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಆಡ್ ಬಿ, ಸಮ್ ಕೋಡ್ ಯು ರಿಟರ್ನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. If you want the same thing, I want to work in some other system. If you just take that, copy and paste there, it will not work properly. Again you have to change it. Is it good? That's why we call it machine dependent. Is it clear? So these are the some advantages as well as disadvantages of assembly level language. Next, so this is our diagram. What it shows, how the translation takes place. So assembly level language we written like this. This is called source program, and computer understands only machine level language, that is object program. To convert that we require one translator. In this we are using assembler. Assembler is one of the translator program here we are using. With the help of that program, whatever you written in assembly level language, that is converted into machine level language. Now again, third person is required to translate. ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ನನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ assembler act as a third person. He is a translator. So I am written here using assembly level language program. Computer understands only machine level language program. So that's why whatever I written this program, I am translating into machine level program. So whatever we written in assembly level language, we called it as source program. For example, like add B, print C, whatever you written like this is called source program. After translation, what we are getting, so after translation means add B the translate ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು, like this 100 1000 like this, some code it will be generate. So that is nothing but object program. Is it clear? Source program is translated into object program. Who will translate? Translator. Which translator we are using here? Assembler. Assembly level language ಗೆ assembler ಅನ್ನೋ translator ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. With the help of this translator, whatever you written in source program, that is assembly level language program, is translated into machine level with the help of this translator. Is it clear? So source program means what? The program written in assembly level language or high level language. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ what you mean by high level language. Yeah, assembly level or high level language ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಒಂದು program if you written, that is nothing but source program. After translation of ALL or HLL, means assembly level language or machine level language, assembly level language or high level language, a translate ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ machine level language ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. That is nothing but object program. Yes, program which translated from what? Assembly level language or high level language to machine level language is nothing but object program. Is it clear? So this is how the internal working. Source program with the help of assembler is converted into machine level language. So this is some introduction about assembly level language. Yes, assembly level language means what? It is one of the low level language only. What they use? They use mnemonics or symbols to represent operation code, and to represent address what they use, some alphanumeric symbols they used, like this add B, strc, prta, like this. So these are nothing but operation. Add, store, print, these are operation. Where B, C, A, these are nothing but the location or the address. Advantage of using this: easy to understand, easy to remember, as well as easy to modify. You can easily modify. Disadvantage: computer don't know assembly level language, so we want one more person called translator. One more program translator we require. So that is the one disadvantage. and the second one is it is a machine dependent. This is also machine dependent. So this is the block diagram how it was assembly level language to machine level language hang convert agtade with the help of assembler. This is called assembler is nothing but one translator program. Is it clear? The program we written in assembly level language or high level language we call it a source program, and after translation what we are getting is nothing but object program. So this is some introduction about low level language. Yes, low level language dale machine level as well as assembly level language anna study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Is it clear? So in the next class we go for the next part, that is high level language. Okay, thank you.